welcome into Intentional Lounging Week 16. Almost to the end. Guys, happy to be here with you again. Happy holidays to everybody. We are heading into that holiday season. These two guys are absolutely killing it with the bowl previews. They convinced me for one of the picks I'm on. I'm not going to say it right now, but go watch that. Come back to this video afterwards. You need to place this because this bet's going on right now. So watch their video, then come back to this one. But good work, guys. Wyatt's been giving me a little bit of an out. He's like, you know what? It's the holidays. Ben shouldn't have to spend all this money on cancer research for the St. Jude kid. Ethan doesn't have that same sympathy for me. He is hitting it hard, man. He said, hey, let's get these kids paid, man. And you know what? I like it. A big jump today, guys. I don't know if you saw that, up to, I believe, 127 now.
Nice.
Wow.
So nice jump today. I'm sure part of that's all the bowl games you guys are doing. Great work with those. I'm trying to post a couple memes. They posted a couple this week. The George Pickens one, I don't know if you guys got to see it. I laughed my ass off making it. You know what? Somebody else was laughing their ass off this weekend too. That would be Vegas. Because last year, guys, I mean, you would be hard-pressed to find somebody that was as accurate as me. Because, I mean, all the ESPN, NFL.com, all those guys, I was top 10 among them. This week, I was down there with Nick Sirianni, top 10 clown performances. 2 and 14 L's in the chat. If you guys don't tell any of my picks this week, I don't blame you. Wyatt, Ethan had much better weeks than I did. But the one good thing about Better and Green is we always bounce back. We never stay down for long. So I'm expecting a good week from us. But it could have been worse for me. You know, like the Chiefs could have been eliminated from the playoffs before I go see them. Oh, wait. That did happen. But at least we have next year. You know, at least our quarterback didn't tear his Achilles or ACL. Oh, wait. No, that did happen too. This will be the third game he's missed. And I think it was 3-4 years ago. The Chiefs were playing the Green Bay Packers at home, and I took my, I believe my fiance at that time, took her dad to a Chiefs game. So I'm like, I want to show him like what I'm passionate about. The game before that, they play the divisional rival Broncos, and there is a sneak play where he dislocates his kneecap. So this will be 3 games that Patrick Mahomes has missed in his career. I will have attended 2 of them. I don't know if I'm the bad luck. It's starting to feel like it. So my weekend was great. How was your guys' weekend?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to kick you while you're down because you're kicking yourself while you're down here. But honestly, my weekend wasn't much better. I lost in the NFL. I've lost in everything. I'm on a 5-day losing streak just overall. So it's frustrating. That being said, I haven't lost a ton. It's just consistent losing. So trying to right the ship here. Don't love this week, although I said that last week. Ended up having my most NFL bets out of probably the year. So we'll see where we end up here. But only one way to go for you, Ben. You can only go up from here. Also, we'll just quick say, if you have not donated already or subscribed to our channel already, hit that subscribe button. We are donating $1 to St. Jude now through the new year. So helps a good cause. Hit that subscribe button. Also, I was sitting back. We were filming a bowl video, and I was just basically, my breath was all caught, and Wyatt was catching his breath video after video for all the outro, the intro for what's like a 5-minute video. So I said, hey, I'll take something off your plate. I'll do the St. Jude. That's the reason I've been saying that. But, there's just your quick breakdown of how we're working things for the bowl videos.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Lions not kicked out of the playoffs, unlike the Chiefs, but we are just 1 loss away from being right in the same boat. So from what was such a great year last year and the last couple of years is turning into a tough year for our teams. But Lions have a little bit of hope. I won't call them out of the playoff running yet, but they are 1 loss away from out of there. So, for our team's sake, not the greatest of weekends, but looking forward to talking through these games and hopefully finding some winning bets.
And the good news for you guys is we did not parlay our teams to not make the playoffs because we would not be filming these episodes anymore. We all would be on an island somewhere.
Talk about being on an island. Wyatt didn't even mention his Monday night.
Oh, yes. Yes, big Monday night bet saved Christmas for me. So that's where I'm at with gambling is I need a big win to save Christmas. Again, kids, please don't gamble like that. It's just dumb. It's not any way to live life, but goddamn was an electric win.
The irony of a Michigan State player saving the Michigan fans Christmas.
I don't even remember him at all at State, but
yeah, he's pretty good.
Okay.
A lot better than he is on the Steelers, but
hey, should have bet him for first touchdown. That would have been nice.
Wasn't running tush pushes at Michigan State.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that.
I will let's do a quick. We haven't done this yet. Let's do a quick charade. I'm gonna act out a player. You guys tell me who this player is. Okay, that's gonna be how we get today started off. Here.
Aaron Rodgers.
He got it.
Aaron.
He nailed it. Why play with 11 players when you could play with 10, I guess.
Right.
You
missed the hands on the hips though, Ben.
Oh, that's what it was. I thought I was crossing the front. You're right. It was hands on the hips. But I had a very low quality image that was going to be the cover athlete for this week's episode. Too blurry. But we are also launching for premium members. I got to say this. Tonight at midnight, the new website, the new app goes live. Guys, this is a completely new mobile experience, a completely new Better and Green experience. If you've liked what we've done so far, you are going to lose your mind. This is going to blow your whole world. We're so excited for it. It goes live for everybody on Christmas, so a week from Thursday. But let's get into the games, guys. Let's see. Thursday night, we have the Los Angeles Rams heading to Seattle to face the Seahawks. Seahawks 1.5-point home favorites. Over-under set at 42.5. Wyatt, I'm going to let you start with this one.
Yeah, this is a tricky one. Both teams in the playoffs. Two of the best records in the NFL. They just played each other a couple of weeks ago where the Rams squeaked past that one. I think it was 21-19. Now this is back at Seattle. Ooh, Seattle's a slight favorite, 1.5. Rams off a huge win against Detroit. Seattle almost lost to Joe Biden over there at the Colts. I'm gonna have to lean with Seattle in this game. I'll take them at the -1.5. I'll probably honestly just take the money line, but I think Seattle gets revenge here. A game that should mean something, but it really only means it's good for seeding, I guess. I guess the winner of this game pretty much gets the that first round bye, but I think Seattle's gonna get some revenge. I like them to win this game and cover that 1.5.
Yeah, I like Seattle in this game as well. Not sure if it's one I'll be able to bet here, but don't like the spot for the Rams. Just feels like a letdown spot. Off that win against the Lions, I know, if this is a divisional game, this is a team with a better record, really a bigger game on the Rams' schedule. But, they wanted that win against Detroit, the whole Stafford and Goff and, all the history there. Detroit's had the better of the Rams since that trade, and you just know they wanted that win. They're locked into a playoff spot now, so even though they're still fighting for the division, and this is a huge game for that divisional chance here, as they would get the sweep, be up a game, and have the 2-0 tiebreaker on the Seahawks. I just don't know that's the best spot. They have to travel for Monday Night Football after this. Now that's against Atlanta. Again, not a divisional opponent, but just don't love the spot here for the Rams. They're going to be missing Devontae Adams. Puka Nacua was banged up in that game as well. Obviously, two huge pieces to this team's success. And then, I just think people will see, Seahawks struggled against the Colts. Really almost coulda, shoulda lost outright. Darnold turned back into that pumpkin that we're so used to seeing him turn into, which he's going to do once again when they're in the playoffs. This team, I'll say it, they have a 0% chance to win the Super Bowl. There's just no way they're going to do it with Sam Darnold at the helm. He's just too easy to figure out, and once people do it, he's very easy to beat. So, for this game, I just think the spot's a little bit better for Seattle. Maybe they go on to win this division and then get beat first round in the playoffs. I could definitely see it happening. I'll take a stab with the healthier team in the better spot with rapid revenge.
Well, starting off, guys, I had the Los Angeles Rams, but happy birthday to me, and not happy birthday, sorry, Merry Christmas to me. And I went 2-14, so I'm opening a present, and that new present is I'm on Seattle now, yay! give me a Seattle at home. Once again, this line at 1.5, it's just pick your poison here. I like the Rams just because I think they're the better team, and I like what Ethan was saying too. If these two teams meet in the playoffs, this is Rams all the way, right? But just given the situation, given that it's in Seattle, if you guys like Seattle, I don't trust myself enough to go against you two at the moment. So Seattle it is, man.
I saw too, I meant to mention this. Right before we got on, I saw that they are delayed leaving Los Angeles. The plane has a mechanical issue. They're currently looking for a new travel method to get up to Seattle. I know it's not that far, but that could throw a wrench into some things for LA as well.
Very nice find, man. Very nice find. Did he do it? Did he did it?
Not sure. Not sure.
Saturday games. We got a couple Saturday games this week, guys. That is the Eagles heading to Washington to face the Commanders. Commanders 6.5-point home dogs. Over under set at 44.5. Ethan, what do you think about this one?
I hate this game, to be perfectly honest. I'm going to lean with Washington plus 6.5. Cool. The Eagles shut out the Raiders. Cool. This team lost 3 games before that. Like, I'm not bought back in because you put up 31 on potentially the worst team we've ever seen. So I'm just not bought fully back in on Philly. It probably was kind of a get-right game for them, but I'm going to have to see more. Washington has nothing left to play for except maybe play spoiler, although Philly just needs one win to wrap up the division. The only other team fighting is Dallas, who's basically eliminated from the playoffs. Commanders do have Philly, Dallas, Philly on deck. So, by the time they play Dallas, they might already be eliminated. So why not just try to, put a wrench into Philly's seeding at least, if nothing else. Small lean on the Commanders. Jane Daniels ruled out for the year, which I like. Just give this one to Mariota for the rest of the season. He's played better than Daniels this year anyway. So 6.5 at Washington. Feels like too many points. This is a primetime game, divisional game. Probably the only spot that the Commanders will get up for the rest of the way. Similarly to how Atlanta did Thursday Night Football against their division rival. So I'll take a stab with the Commanders plus the points.
And you know what? Hats off to, I believe it was me and Ethan. I'm not sure if Ben was involved of saying Commanders were not going to make the playoffs. And turns out Commanders are one of the worst teams in the playoffs. So that was a good read by all of us there. And hopefully you guys listened to that one early. This was a tricky one. I'm not ready to get bought back into the Eagles, and that 6.5 is a little suspicious because you think you can get Eagles by a touchdown. It's a clear win, but this did open at 5.5. So it has jumped a point in Philly's favor. So I'm ultimately going to take a shot on Philly, but I do really like the Commanders on revenge in 3 weeks away. So I think the Commanders are going to get a win at Philly come the end of the season, but I think Philly gets this one by a touchdown.
One of the things that killed me last week was just taking the points. It's too much. I'm taking this week. A lot of the times I'm just picking the better teams. I'm not even, especially last week, we had a bunch of big numbers, 6.5. I'm just not going to overthink it. I'm going to go with Philly here also. Just think they're the better team. That's got more to play for. The Green Bay Packers head to face the Chicago Bears. In Chicago, the Bears are 1.5-point home favorites. Over under set at 46.5. Did you guys see that video of the guy pouring like his Pepsi out at the Chicago? I believe it was at the Chicago Bears game. But it's like freezing as he's pouring it. Turns into a slushy as he pours it. That's crazy, bro. I remember one time it was so cold at Arrowhead that they had to keep the drinks in the fridge because as soon as they would take them out, they'd start freezing. So they were staying warm in the refrigerators. I swear to God, people would take them out and you would just smack it and they would start freezing. Craziest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Don't tell Tua that.
You mean the quarterback 3 on Miami?
Like
Hey, I hear that boy gets scared of a lot of things now. I don't know, man. We just had this game. Packers are the better team. Am I overthinking it? The numbers just, I believe it was at 6.5 just last time we saw them play. Green Bay covered it, but now it's 1.5 because it's at Chicago. but you're giving me the Packers as the dog. Also with the Micah Parsons injury, maybe they're just really overreacting to that. I just feel like I just have to go Packers here. What do you think, Wyatt?
Yeah, I selfishly, which you're going to find in both college and NFL, I'm betting a lot of my bets with my heart as opposed to my brain. But I selfishly really need Chicago to lose this game if Detroit wants to make the playoffs here. Green Bay with 2 wins over Detroit, so there's a double header. And then they also have that tie, which I'm sure if I looked at it, I could figure out how a tie works. But in my brain currently, I have no idea how to even think about a tie when it comes to the division race. So, yeah, I'm going with my heart here. Need Chicago to lose. I do agree that Green Bay is a much better team. I don't think that Micah Parsons thing is a big deal. I honestly think he's been a little overrated this year. I thought he was phenomenal at the Cowboys, and I don't know. Maybe it's a number 1 jersey. I don't know. It just looks weird in Green Bay. But I'm going to take Green Bay here. Again, I need them to win. I need Chicago to lose. I need Detroit to win out. But I think Green Bay is a better team. I like the line. I think they can get it done on a quick rematch of Chicago. So give me Green Bay.
Yeah, I agree with you. I like Green Bay here in this game. And I was telling Wyatt when we were talking before filming yesterday, one thing that's kind of bit me in the NFL, which I'm having a really good NFL year, but one thing that's just kind of bit me is my preseason narratives were kind of wrong, and I just can't seem to quit them.
Dude.
One of them being that the Bears are ass. I still think the Bears are ass. Like, I just can't get that mindset out of here. Yeah, Ben, you mentioned it. That was 6.5 points 2 weeks ago in Green Bay. I get it. Now we're in Chicago and it's 1.5.
The other direction.
Yeah, is Chicago favored? Okay, I'm seeing Chicago as a dog, a 1.5 dog, but either way, so maybe that just flipped to them being favored. Either way, I mean, I just don't understand it. I think Watson is the bigger injury for Green Bay over Parsons. I tweeted out yesterday, I think Parsons is the most overrated player in the NFL. It's not close, and he's a very good player, but he gets taught. Like, is there another player that's not a quarterback that gets talked about more than Micah Parsons, that gets covered during a game more than Micah Parsons? And it's like,
Max
this dude
Crosby.
simply does he? Like, maybe us.
Maybe he's like the only player to talk about on the Raiders.
Yeah,
got to talk about something.
I mean, Micah. So I think he has 7 tackles this year that are not sacks, and he has 12.5 sacks, which is good. But you're a sack specialist, and you have Myles Garrett who has almost double that. I just don't understand the love for Micah Parsons. He's a good player, don't get me wrong, but he's not the best pass rusher of all time. He's not even close. And he quits a lot of the time. So I don't think Parsons being out is the end all be all. Like a lot of Packers fans think, like it's probably adjusted in this line move here. I think the Packers are still by far the better team. And I'm just going to double down right now. Bears to miss the playoffs. I really think it's going to happen. I think Bears lose out. I think Lions win out, including week 18 against each other. I think Lions get that win. Bears are out of the playoffs. I would take it right now. I still like that.
Did you I think my head convinced myself I heard something that wasn't true. Did you say Christian Watson was hurt?
Yeah. Believe it or not.
That guy's the most healthy guy in the NFL.
The Iron Man streak for Watson's over. He lasted, I think, 3 games.
He was unreal in those 2 games. He was nuts. He was on my bench in fantasy. I was like, oh my God. Yeah, I'm just that guy freaking good God.
Man, imagine if they could trade him for a guy on Buffalo, man, like Keon Coleman. Man, that guy was like, you guys never picked the Bears. We only have 2 weeks left. I don't know if it's going to happen for him.
It's not for me. I'm just saying right now.
All right, guys. We got the Vikings facing the Giants. Giants are 3-point home dogs. Over-under set at 43.5. So is Jackson Dart not cooking anymore? What's going on with that guy? Ethan, tell me, like, what happened? And 9's cooking. 9 beat the freaking Cowboys.
Jackson Dart's cooking up that first overall pick so he can get some more protection on that line, get his receiver back. He knows what he's doing, get his running back back. Giants could be fun next year. But I actually like the Giants in this spot as well. I'll take the points here. I just think, the Giants have lost so many games in a row, haven't won since early October. I think they're kind of just an afterthought at this point. They're seeing the Vikings, who just won 2 games in a row, beat Dallas on Sunday Night Football, a game that had all eyes on them. McCarthy had 2 back-to-back good games. But yeah, I just don't think this spot's great for the Vikings. They got that big win against the Cowboys on the road. They have the Lions on deck, a team that they played for the number 1 overall seed in the playoffs last year in the final week of the season, ended up losing, got dropped to, I think it was the 7th seed at that point, and then lost in the first round to the Rams. So they're going to want to get their revenge this year with nothing left to play for. The one game they're going to have circled is Christmas Day, Detroit Lions at their home stadium, try to knock them out of the playoffs. So don't like the spot here at all for the Vikings. I think the Giants getting 3 points at home, they have no look at on deck because they basically have a bye. They do have the Raiders, so they will get at least one more win if they don't beat Minnesota here. But I think the spot is just terrible for the Vikings. So I will take New York +3.
Yeah, for as much as I am a 9 believer, I am also agreeing on the Giants in this game. He's okay. I took his passing yards adjusted over 250 on Sunday night, and that was like +300 for him to get 250 passing yards. His career highest before that's 246. So even at Michigan, this guy, I think he has like 2 or 3 300 games, and that is against like New Mexico State or something. So fine quarterback, but I just don't think they should be favored on the road. I know the Giants are bad, but they're not the type of bad that the Titans are, that the Raiders are, and some of those other bad teams. I think they're definitely viable, and I'm not sold on the Vikings defense. I think if Jackson Dart, also another guy that does struggle with injuries, as a guy that had him to score in that game, I was a little pissed off when he got taken out on that 3rd down goal line play. But I think I don't know if they're going to win it. I just think that 3 points. Vikings shouldn't be favored at 3 on the road against anyone. So I think the JJ magic kind of stops here. Not like it ever really got started, but he looked okay in 2 games. Give me the Giants here. Would not be surprised if Giants win outright.
I don't know about this one, guys. I really hate this one. Actually, it's at MetLife. Maybe there's more Achilles and ACLs to be claimed here. I don't even. Maybe it becomes a Jameis game again. I don't know, guys. I picked Minnesota because I just thought they had the coaching advantage. I really don't like either of these teams. And I can also see Minnesota finishing out the year strong and then them having like all this. That's why I've been saying I hope the Chiefs just miss the playoffs so then they can just go full on like rebuild, like we got something wrong. The worst thing that could happen to the Vikings right now is if JJ kind of goes on a run here and they're in the same spot next year where they just didn't really get better. They're like, oh, well, he got to go in late. We just got to give him more time. We just weren't patient enough. Give me Minnesota here. The 3's short, but I don't feel good about it. I'm not going to be betting it.
Is Justin Jefferson going to score for the first time since mid-October?
Probably.
Catch the ball to score.
Over 150 receiving yards.
That guy. that was my Malik Neighbors fill-in for the year and buried me.
Yep.
God.
All right, we have, honestly, a game that matters hugely. One of the biggest games of the week here. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers versus the Cats, the Carolina Panthers. Panthers are 3-point home dogs, over-under set at 45.5. Man, the way the Buccaneers have looked lately, this is about as much of a coin flip as I think you can get. What do you think, Wyatt? I mean, this is close to a game for the division.
Yeah, Carolina currently has the lead in that division. They're the 4 seed in the playoffs, winning the NFC South there, which is just an abysmal freaking conference. But Tampa Bay, I'm gonna have to take them. They got all their wide receivers back. I know Mike is 40 years old, but he still looks like Baker's number 1 target. Chris Godwin had a touchdown. He had a touchdown and 2-point conversion. They still got Ibuka. Carolina lost to the Stinky Saints, and yeah, I don't know. I think Tampa Bay is a better team. I think Tampa Bay is going to be the team that emerges out of this division. And at least I hope for playoff viewing. No one wants to watch the Panthers in that first round of the playoffs. So for the sake of everyone's eyes, I hope Tampa wins this game. But I'm going to take Tampa. I think they're the better team. Their wide receivers are healthy. We'll see if Baker can turn it back on like he did in the beginning of the year. But I think it's a really good opportunity against this Panthers defense.
Man, Wyatt selling his Cats.
Yep, gotta.
Man.
I'm how he feels about the fat cats, though.
Yeah,
Do you love me
cat
some
still
fat
fat.
cats? They're both dead, by the way.
That breaks my heart.
Yep.
Oh.
I like Tampa in this game as well. I think the fun ride for Carolina is over. They have Tampa twice and Seattle. I think they lose this one. I think they lose to Seattle, and I don't think Week 18 matters when these teams rematch. But yeah, you look at Tampa. You know they've really struggled. Only won one of their last 6 games now. 2 tough losses, both at home, Saints and Falcons. But those were both revenge divisional games. They beat the Falcons back in Week 1 in Atlanta. They beat the Saints back in Week 8 in New Orleans. And outside of that, their losses, Eagles, Lions, Eagles was at home, Lions on the road, Patriots, Bills, Rams. You can't really knock them for any of those losses. They're just not as good of a team as any of those listed.
Right.
Sure, you have the 2 tough divisional ones, but it's divisional. It's revenge there. Yeah, I can't really knock Tampa for many of their losses. Now they get on the road. I think it's a good spot for them. Get away from their home fans that are disappointed with how they've been playing. I think they're by far the superior team. Like Wyatt mentioned, get some reinforcements at receiver. Yeah, I think the fun's over for Carolina. I like Tampa pretty big in this game.
I think you guys are right. I like Tampa Bay too. I just Carolina plus the 3 feels easy, but I think you guys hit all the really good points there. I like Tampa Bay here, just the better team. When you say close your eyes at the end of the season and who do you see in it, you're probably going to say teams like the Chiefs and and Detroit and Baltimore. But you know what? It might be over for the Chiefs. Tampa Bay is still a very, very both these teams very good shot to make it. So who do you really see making it in there? Give me Tampa Bay and a must-win game. I think Baker gets these boys ready to play. I think he gets them ready to go. Oh, dude. I know who I'm sending this one to first. The New York Jets head to the New Orleans Saints. Head to New Orleans to face the Saints. Saints are 4.5-point favorites. Wow. Over-under set at 40.5. Ethan, what do you think about this game?
Puke in the mouth game of the week.
Why did you sound angry when you said it?
I mean, this game sucks. This slate's not the best. I'll keep this short. I'm not going to bet this game. I maybe would if I was running a little bit better in the NFL or just in general. It's got to be the Jets because I'm not laying 4.5 points with the Saints. No way, no how. Yeah, they're getting some wins as underdogs. That doesn't mean I want to go lay more than a field goal with New Orleans. I will take the Jets points out of principle.
Yeah, I am fortunately in the same boat. Not going to bet this game. Don't even want to have this game on my screen. Probably won't have it on the red zone because I doubt any team gets even close to the red zone on this game. But yeah, simply fading a semi-hot Saints team, if that's what you want to call it, a team off of a couple wins in a row against a Jets team that's just absolutely terrible. But yeah, too many points. Saints should not be this much this favored against anyone. Even if it's the Jets. So, yeah, it's ugly, but I think it is the correct side taking New York in this game.
Does it make you guys change your mind at all that this will be Drew Brees starting in this game? At least,
same
like,
draft? Well, no, not same draft class.
I mean, we're just signing anybody now. That's why that Patrick Mahomes tore his ACL. I think we just need, if we weren't eliminated, I think we signed Brady and he starts this week for the Chiefs.
Archie Manning for the Saints.
They're letting anybody play out there right now. Yeah, give me the Jets also. 4.5 is crazy. I didn't think that the Saints would be possibly favored at all this season. Let's have them 4.5-point favorites at this point. Aaron Glenn, you don't cover that. I've been fighting for you all year, dude. It might be time for him to go. Especially if he doesn't cover that, it's time, dude. I think you guys actually got to upgrade at defensive coordinator.
Yeah,
I'm serious.
Lions fans didn't really like Glenn as is last year. I don't know how he got a head coaching job. I mean,
I hated him, and I was shocked that's all it takes to be a head coach in the league. Have a shitty fucking defense. Oops, shitty effing defense. Like, that's crazy. Can't stand Glenn. Glad they suck.
Yeah.
He is going to be a DB in the game, though. He's coach player.
Guys, oh God. Yeah, that's them when they should have known. As soon as they saw him in Caprice, it's time to make a change. Bills versus Cleveland Browns. Browns are 10.5-point home dogs. Over-under set at 41.5. Ethan, get me off the Browns, bro. Get me off these Browns.
I can't. I'll keep it short. Got to take the Browns plus the points. Don't like the spot for the Bills off that wild comeback win against the Patriots. Yeah, I know they still need to win, and they probably will. Just going to Cleveland, win the game, but better defense, catching a ton of points. Cleveland can run the ball. Buffalo can't stop the run. Gonna be probably cold. Yeah, it's got to be the Browns here for me. Although they do have the Steelers on deck, which, they probably want to play a little spoiler to the Steelers who suck. But yeah, give me the Browns plus 10. Too many points.
Yeah, I agree with everything you just said. Keep it real short. Taking Buffalo off a big win, Browns off an embarrassing loss. Too many points. Give me Cleveland in this game.
Well, damn. All right. Well, you guys didn't help really talk about Cleveland there. So, yeah, Wyatt's got it, man. He got it. Let's go, man. Yeah, it's well, like we said, we're not talking the Browns are going to win. This is probably going to be just a low-scoring, nasty game. What are we thinking? Exact score. 17-9?
Yeah, sounds about right. Also,
another squad ride winner on the Browns. Let's go.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry to cut you off here, but everyone's talking about like Shador's having pretty good couple games. He's won one, lost to the Titans, got smoked last week. Like, am I missing something? People are saying like, oh, he's actually really good. He sucked.
Yeah.
He sucked. He's the best
kind of
defensive
balling,
league,
bro.
but he sucks. Yeah. I don't know.
I'd maybe even give Cam Newton the nod over Shador. And that says a lot for anyone who knows my thoughts about Cam Newton. I wouldn't. I would choose Shador, but.
Would you choose Phillip Rivers or Shador?
Oh, 100% Phil. Not even a question. Not even close. And Phillip Rivers by a landslide over Cam. Current today. Well, probably ever. Yeah.
Damn, ever? Even MVP Cam?
I would take Cam in that one season. That's it.
Yeah, that's so fair, though.
Yeah.
The Chargers head to Dallas to face the Cowboys. Look at why. Oh, and that whole season just the only play you remember is him not diving on the ball in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
After all of that. All right, the Chargers head to Dallas to face the Cowboys. Cowboys 2.5-point home favorites. Over under set at 49.5. I don't. Ethan, what do you think, dude? I don't know.
Fishy line alert for sure. I gotta trust the line. I gotta go with Dallas in this game, and I don't like it, but you have the Chargers off a very satisfying win, a sweep over the Chiefs on the season, knocking the Chiefs out of the playoffs. They're feeling good about that. Had the overtime win against the Eagles before that, so now they've beaten the 2 Super Bowl representatives last season, back-to-back weeks. Travel out of conference game here on the road. They have the Texans and the Broncos too, what are looking like playoff teams on deck in the AFC. So I just think this game doesn't mean too much. The Chargers aren't going to win their division. They're going to make the playoffs. So what are they really playing for here? Probably not much. Cowboys' backs are against the wall. They're not making the playoffs, but they get the win here. They are against the Commanders and the Giants, and they would still need some help. Again, I don't think they're going to get it, but I guess their chance is still alive. So I'll take the Cowboys, trust the number here. It is an early start game, although I believe Dallas is Central Time. So 1 or 2 hours behind or ahead of LA. But yeah, I'll take the Cowboys fishy line.
Yeah, simply trusting the fishy line here. Cowboys off a loss to the Vikings, Chargers off a sweep of the Chiefs. I mean, this just screams to Dallas. I will say, early start time in Dallas means Jerry's World will not have that sun glare for majority of the game. And he refuses to put that curtain up. But what a dumbass. I guess he was unaware where the sun sets in whatever rises.
Okay, that changes,
yeah.
Wyatt.
yeah. West and East on Sundays. Yeah. Trusting the fishy line. I like Dallas quite a bit. I am seeing a lot of money coming in on Dallas too. So I trust the sharps and trust the fishy line.
Yeah, and this line's moved too. It was 1.5 when I was looking at the lines this afternoon, 2.5 now. So it is moving a point in Dallas's favor. So yeah, give me Cowboys also minus the 2.5. You guys had some good points there. I'm just gonna keep it pushing to this next game. Oh mackerel, we got the Cincinnati Bengals versus the Miami Dolphins, the Tua-less Miami Dolphins, QB3 as they call him. Dolphins 3.5 point home dogs. Over/under set at 47.5. I mean, this is like the other guys. Have you seen that where it's like the lion versus the tuna? That's like what this match is. I'm on Cincinnati here. I think. I mean, it's not because of the quarterback change. It's just Cincinnati's been so bad, and I mean, Joe Burrow looks like he's about to like bring emo grunge back the way he's been talking on his press conferences. I have to hope Joey B gets it done. I just think he's too good. I think him and Chase being healthy, like they have to just carry this team, and I think they can beat this Dolphins team by 4. And if not, oh, buddy, there's going to be some big trouble in Cincinnati. What do you think, Wyatt?
Yeah. Oh, boy. I saw when they broke the news that they're benching Tua. I think we should make a rule in the NFL. If a majority of the players agree to bench a coach, that coach gets benched. Just an absolute – I mean, the Dolphins go on a little bit of run, have a really bad game where obviously Tua cannot play in the cold. That has not changed at all. That guy was atrocious. But benching him off of that, I mean, can we just bench McDaniels and just call it a day? Like that guy – oh, my God, I can't stand him. But, yeah, we got Quinn Ewers, the old Texas boy, kicking it off for Miami. Backup quarterback theory, first start, you got to take them. So give me Miami on the points here.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm on Miami as well here. This quarterback room, how about it? Huh? Quinn Ewers, Zach Wilson, and
how about
Tua.
it?
Wow. Okay, they got to find someone in the draft, I guess. But yeah, I agree. I don't think benching Tua is the play here, but maybe it sparks the offense. I don't know. Who knows? I cannot play the Bengals. I can't lay points to the Bengals down the road with, like Ben mentioned, emo, post-grunge Joe Burrow, like contemplating his career and his life at the same time, I think. I don't really know. The dude's a serial killer. I've been saying this since quarterback came out last year. He really is. The guy is just
not well.
Okay. Not well. And no, their seasons, I think they just quit. I mean, last week you couldn't put up a point against the Ravens, like the team that you just kind of dominated on Thanksgiving. It's over for them. They know it. At this point, just stay healthy. They're in Miami, maybe party a little bit, have some fun in the sun. You're out of Cincy for a week, so I can't lay the points with Cincy here. I got to go Miami, even though it is Quinn Ewers, who we'll see how that goes.
Damn.
But it's better than Zach Wilson.
I will say, well, it depends. And what? Are you talking about just football terms? At least Zach Wilson brings some fine-looking older ladies with him.
That's fair.
I gotta say, this is not. I'm not associated with the Chiefs at all. I'm just saying, Mike McDaniels. If there is an OC position in Kansas City, mango vapes on me. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all we need a change, and you're invited. Let's talk about that team. The Chiefs versus the Titans. Titans 3-point home dogs. Crazy. It's just 3 points. Over/under set at 37.5. Seems way too high. Titans money line, bro. Titans money line. That's where I'm at with this. I mean, this team's dead. The vibes have to be so unbelievably atrocious that I am not touching Kansas City the rest of the year unless I'm getting points, and I'm like a lot of points. They got absolutely blown out in the game against the Broncos last year when they didn't play any of their starters. They'll probably play Rice with some of the starters, but at this point, we're so injured, it's like we're not starting any of our starters. We had, I believe we called up a dude off of like our last healthy offensive lineman from the practice squad. and he started pretty much the entire game for us last week. That's offensive line going against the Titans defensive line that's pretty decent. I think the Titans win this one outright. I'm looking forward to some family time. I'm not looking forward to this game. Wyatt, what do you think, man?
Yeah, I heard if you guys need a offensive tackle, Phillip Rivers is available. He's the same size and has about the same drop step as those tackles have.
Great football IQ.
Yeah. God, this one is tough. I do like Gardner Minshew getting the start. I'm assuming that's who they got.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I agree. I just don't know if they care anymore. Like how's the motivation there? But 3 points seems absolutely criminal. I want to know my record on Kansas City this year. I feel like I've taken them a lot. And I know I won when I took them against the Lions. But besides that, I don't think I really won many Kansas City games. But I'm going to go back to them, hoping they play for a little bit. I mean, getting embarrassed by the Titans would be bad. But again, it doesn't matter anymore. So really tricky game to figure out the motivation for the Chiefs. But I think it's still a discount on the points here. So I hate it, but I'll take the Chiefs once again on the spread.
Yeah, Ben, you've been dead on with the Chiefs, at least over the last month or so.
Unfortunately.
I hate to do it, but I got to go against you too, and I got to take the Chiefs in this game, and it's a straight value play. Straight value. This line with Mahomes was 10.5, and now it's 3. Mahomes, I get it. One of, if not the best quarterback to ever play the game. Not since the season took a turn. The season took a turn in November where they've lost to Buffalo, Denver, beat Indy in overtime, lost to Dallas, Houston, the Chargers. In those 6 games, Mahomes has 5 touchdowns, 7 picks. 4 of his touchdowns were against Dallas, the stinky Dallas defense that they still couldn't even beat. You take that away, he had 1 touchdown against Denver. He didn't have a touchdown against Buffalo, nothing against Indy in the win. Nothing against Houston, nothing against the Chargers. And now we're dropping 7.5 points to Minshew, who has played, he's started, he's had success in the NFL. I just don't think the drop is necessary. The reason I probably can't end up playing the Chiefs is like what you guys both said, completely uncharted territory here. Most players on this team don't know what it's like to not be in the playoffs. I was thinking back to 2014, the last time the Chiefs missed, of how different my life was. Like, that was a full chapter ago. I don't even hardly remember 2014. So it's just uncharted waters. It wouldn't shock me if this team comes out and doesn't really care, but I think this team has some heart. I think Minshew is going to want it. You know, he still wants to put on tape that he can play in this league. There's definitely guys starting that he could compete with. And I think guys will play for him. So I just think the drop-off is the value's on the Chiefs with that drop-off because I don't think Mahomes' last 6 weeks is 7.5 points better than Gardner Minshew. So I'll take the Chiefs.
I got to say, too, man, use that uncharted territory. For these rookies from the Tyreek Hill trade, dude, Karlaftis, McDuffie, Williams, these guys have never not been to the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
this is their 4th year. They made it the last 3 years. That's insane. That's insane. And so now I'm like, I bet they keep McDuffie out the rest of the year. Why bring him back? Why do? I don't know. I hope you guys are right. I would love to see us. I would love not to be harassed by Titans fans. I'm already hurting enough. I don't need that shit. Let's talk about some birds, man. The Atlanta Falcons versus the Cardinals. Cardinals 3-point home dogs. Over-under set out 48.5. Ethan, Falcons favorites again.
On the road, no less.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to stick to it. I'm not taking them. I like Arizona in this game. Arizona outright. Again, like the Falcons last week, because it was divisional prime time. Got to play spoiler. They showed up, got the win. Now this is not prime time. This won't be on anyone's TVs anywhere. They do have another primetime game on deck, Monday Night Football against, number 1 team in the league, LA Rams. Maybe that's their time to show back up and play hard. And then you have Arizona. Again, the reason I probably can't end up playing this game is because this team just finds a way to lose. Sure, they might keep it within 3. Like I said, though, I do think they win outright, but I just can't trust that. This team just finds ways to lose. They've now gotten blown out back-to-back weeks. 3 of their last 4 of their last 5 weeks have gotten blown out. It's not a team that I want to really play on the rest of the way. Played on them against Houston. Didn't go my way. But it's the only way I could look in this game. Got to take Arizona plus the points and think they win outright.
Yeah, I hate this game and a couple other games we're going to be talking about shortly, but I'll keep it short. Give me Arizona. I think Atlanta keeps getting the benefit of the doubt just because they do have a loaded roster. Bijan's one of the most dynamic running backs in the league. Pitts is actually showing out. Their defense is good when they want to be, but it's just too inconsistent. And yeah, I just don't trust them off a big win. So I'll take the home team plus the points. Don't love the Cardinals at all, but it's just I can't lay with the Falcons in this game. So give me Arizona.
I'm with you guys 100%. I like Arizona. I think Arizona gets this win outright. I don't know. It's a weird one. It's a tricky one. I like that you mentioned the Atlanta just has a lot better of the big names, the options, but Arizona's been playing up until like the last 5 minutes of the game pretty decent, especially with Jacoby Brissett.
Yep.
Jacksonville heads to Denver to face the Broncos. Broncos are 3-point home favorites. Over-under set at 46.5. A lot of hype on Jacksonville right now. Denver coming off a big win over Green Bay. Wyatt, what do you think about this?
Again, a really tough game for me to predict. I'm not sold really on either team. I know they're on pretty good win streaks, have pretty good records. Denver cannot pull away from anyone good. They just can't do it. Even the bad teams, it seems like they barely beat. Jacksonville, I don't trust them to go out and win a game. So this really, I know we haven't really hit a tie game this year. There's only been one in the NFL. This just seems like a tie game. It's an AFC matchup, but it's not divisional. So I think it's just going to put a wrench in some of these AFC divisional battles, and it seems like a tie game. So for that reason, I'm going to take Jacksonville plus the points. I hate it, but even if Denver wins, which they probably should, I could definitely see them winning by 1 or 2. If you get to 3, you get the push, or if it is at 3 still. But I'm just going to take the points with Jacksonville. Don't love it. Probably won't be betting it. If I do, it'll be a $5 bet on a tie outcome.
Yeah, I got to. I like Jacksonville actually quite a bit in this game, and I'm gonna throw Denver into the Seahawks category. 0% chance this team wins the Super Bowl. This team is so overrated. It's not even funny. Wyatt mentioned it. Can't pull away from anyone. They beat the Raiders twice by combined 10 points. And I know some of the spots there weren't great for them, but this team, they don't have the offense at all. Sure, their defense is decent, but you can't win anymore in the NFL just based on defense. And yeah, their time's up. They have the second easiest schedule outside of the Patriots. Another team that's not going to win the Super Bowl. Yeah, I just am not bought into the Broncos at all. Not really bought into the Jags either, but you're catching points now. You got a big win against the Jets. You put up 48 points, but yeah, I just think this is a better spot here. They have the Colts and Titans on deck now that, it's not really much of a look ahead with Phillip Rivers in there instead of Daniel Jones. They pretty much can control their own destiny in their division here. And Denver on deck, they do have Kansas City. I know it's not as big of a game as what this was supposed to be, but it's Christmas Day at night. They beat up on KC without all their starters last year, but for the most part, this is a team that's been beaten on by KC for how many years now? So I think that one still means something to Denver. Then the Chargers to end off their season. This is a big game, don't get me wrong, but yeah, I'm not laying points. I'm not laying 3 points with Denver, honestly, against many teams because they just don't pull away. So I like Jags here. I think they have much better offense, very capable, similar defense to Denver.
I think you guys have very reasonable answers because you're not overreacting either way too much. I am going to be on Denver, just fading Trevor Lawrence off of that excellent game he had last week. Like, he looked so good, and I think maybe that pushes people like what you guys were saying. You get Jacksonville plus the 3, and this is going to be a game I'm not betting on at all because I don't have a good feeling about it either way. I don't trust Mo Dix. I don't trust Trevor Lawrence. I don't trust either of these guys. So give me the Broncos minus the 3 because they're at home, but this is a total fade for me.
Yeah.
Instead, I'm taking all of my money and I'm betting on this next game. That's the Raiders versus Texans, and I got a very big bet for you guys. alternate point. You don't even need a teaser. You can just do this one alone. Houston Texans, take them to 27.5, free money. No, I'm kidding. But they did lose to the Chiefs 31-0. Lost to the Eagles last week 31-0. 14.5 for the Texans. We've been ragging on the Raiders all show, and honestly, it's still not enough. The Raiders team is really, really, really bad. The Texans defense, very, very good. I don't see the Raiders. I mean, the Raiders had, 3 first downs in the entire game against the Chiefs. I don't know if they have 3 yards in this game. I mean, this is going to be hard to watch. Give me the Texans minus the 14.5. I know it's a big number, but I mean, I could see this being exactly like the other games. I don't know if the Raiders score here. What do you think, Wyatt?
I'm taking the Raiders.
No.
I really am.
Oh.
I kind of love it. I'm not sold on Houston. Good defense, but their offense can't score. And I mean, I honestly, this might be 13-10, or sorry, 13-3, 13-6. Vegas is covering that 2 touchdowns plus the hook. I'm just going to trust that, maybe they can get a couple field goals. And I don't think Houston's offense is capable of putting up much points. I know they put up a couple points last week, but I like the Raiders. I think it's too many points. And I know Ethan's very low on the Raiders, and it sounds like you two are too, Ben, but I'm going to take a shot. I'm going to take a shot on the big spread here.
The offense might not be good. Only need to score 15.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I mean, I'm not even kidding to you guys. The Raiders are the first team ever where I've just stopped looking at their games completely. So, I'm conflicted. Here. I want to take the Raiders because I've just been taking them week after week. So I know if I flip now, they're probably going to cover. Like, this is the worst team I've ever seen in my life. They truly are. They're god awful.
You and me took L's on them last week. Wyatt was a smart man.
Yeah. I was just kind of thinking, I don't think Wyatt and I have disagreed yet this week.
Oh boy.
So I'm going to just change that. Just give me the Texans, I guess. And I have no opinion. I have not looked into the game. I won't look into the game. It's truly the first time in my life where I've just stopped handicapping a game because the team's playing in it. And that's the Raiders. I'm not betting on or against this team the rest of the way. Yeah.
That's a alt spread joke. Alt spread statement was a joke, everybody. It's not free money. No bet is free money. Just feel kind of to throw that out there.
I do like the under, though.
Under 37. Yeah, it's going to be 15-0.
Yeah.
Or 36-0. Steelers headed to Detroit, face the Lions. The Lions are 7-point home favorites. Over-under set at 51.5. Ethan, 7 points. That's a lot of points. And I'm not going to say that the Steelers' offense is better, but when I'm looking at these offenses, I'm like, I mean, they got Le'Veon Bell, they got AB, they got big. Oh wait, I'm on the wrong year.
Martavis Bryant that year.
Martavis, yeah.
Mike Wallace, yeah, maybe. Can't remember.
These guys are good. You guys, if you're not following us on Twitter, you really need to be. Ethan, I have to start with you, man.
Yeah, I want that guy to reply to me. What a
Portersburg.
Moron. Dude, what an absolute moron. Lions huge in this game. Over. Wyatt and I were talking yesterday, too. Lions are back to they're straight overs. It's keep up if you can. Defense not great. Offense the best in the league. Which somehow that guy thinks Pittsburgh's offense is better than Detroit, which straight up statistics will tell you they're not. But or eyeballs would help too. But yeah, it's Detroit massive in this game. Pittsburgh still sucks. I'm gonna lose under 8.5 wins on this team, and I hate it because they're so lucky. Should have lost to Baltimore, should have lost to Indy, should have lost to New England, should have lost to the Jets week 1. I can go on and on. I absolutely hate this team this year. I'm not even going to say I was wrong on this team. The games have not worked out well, but I hate the Steelers. Their defense is atrocious. Maybe their offense is a little better than I gave them credit for, which helps in the over here. But yeah, I mean, Detroit's going to score on this defense at will. Detroit off a loss at home, backs against the wall. Said earlier they're going to make the playoffs, not Chicago. It's Detroit in a blowout here. But
That
Steelers
might,
still score enough to get over.
that might be my favorite quote by Ethan of all time. He's like, now, they might not be winning like I thought they were going to, or scoring points like I thought they were going to. I was right, though. He's like, it doesn't matter that nothing's gone the way I thought, but I know this team deep down. He just knows.
Yeah, there's no such thing as free money unless we're talking about the Lions with their back against the wall against an overrated can get Steelers team. Give me the Lions all day. They win this game big. Definitely cover the 7. Probably win by 7 or 14 to 17, 21, 24. I think Lions win massively. I don't even think it's close. Free money.
See ya, Rodgers. Give me the Lions. Yeah, no, I agree with you guys 100% here. Yes.
The irony of that guy on Twitter calling the Lions frauds is just, don't even get me started.
Bro, 3-13-1. That's like, I mean, you might as well bring up the Eric Fisher year with the Chiefs. Like, bro, this seems garbage, bro.
Dude, bring up the 0-16 Lions. Like, we're going to go back in history.
Right.
You picked a decent year.
The 3-13-1. Hey, we're pretty good that year. Let's talk about Sunday night, guys. That is the New England Patriots at Baltimore Ravens. Ravens 3-point home favorites. Over-under set at 48.5. I don't know if this line's fishy or if this line's right. Like, I really don't know because Baltimore, huge win against Cincinnati last week. New England, it's been everybody's darling. We've all kind of said all year they're frauds. I did pick them to get the first seed a couple weeks ago just because I thought their schedule looked really easy. So for that reason, I am going to take New England because I still feel like they can beat this Baltimore team. I feel like this Baltimore team is pretty flawed. Not that New England's not flawed either. It's just regular season's different. Give me New England plus the 3. I think they win it outright, but I would be lying if I didn't say this wasn't wishful thinking on my part to get that first seed by them because I did not expect Denver to beat Green Bay. So I'm in a little bit of a hole right now. So need New England to come through. What do you think, Wyatt?
Yeah, I think we start seeing a collapse we've kind of all been waiting for the Patriots heading into the playoffs. People start realizing, hey, maybe this is an 11-win football team. Maybe this had the easiest schedule known to man in the NFL.
Yeah.
So I think people are gonna start asking questions about that, and I ultimately like Baltimore in this game. Again, another team back against the wall, fighting to get into the playoffs. Probably not in, but have a chance. You know, if they get a win here, Pittsburgh gets a loss, or get a fighting chance there. But yeah, I think we're really just going to start to see the true colors of the Patriots, which is just a very mediocre team that had a very advantageous schedule. So give me Baltimore here. I like them to cover.
Yeah, as of right now, Baltimore is my favorite bet on the board. I like the Ravens big in this game. I think, again, this is a narrative that I had going into the season that maybe I'm just dead wrong on, but I still think the Ravens are a very good team. I think they're going to make the playoffs. I think they're going to be live to win the Super Bowl still once they do. But yeah, I just think this is a terrible spot for the Patriots. Had that 21-0 lead, 24-7 at halftime. Let the Bills get all the way back into that game and ended up losing that game outright. Now they have to travel Sunday Night Football. They still have the AFC East kind of in a stranglehold. After this, they have a road game against the Jets and a home game against the Dolphins. They're going to be fine. They're going to make the playoffs. They're probably going to win the AFC East as well. This game does not mean terribly much to them. They had their division all but wrapped up last week and just let it slip. And I just think it's a really bad spot here against Baltimore, who really had their best game probably of the season last week. Looked really good, really complete win. I think they build on it. Think with a Steelers loss this week, Ravens win, they're back in front in the AFC North. I think they end up winning their division. Bye-bye Pittsburgh. Yeah, I like the Ravens big in this one.
You guys aren't concerned at all that if Baltimore plays Cincinnati and their defense is terrible, they're not going to go in and play New England, who has a much better defense? I mean, Lamar's struggled bad this year.
I just don't think the Patriots are good.
You don't think they're good at all.
I mean, they're a playoff team, but they're not even close to a serious Super Bowl contender. There's just no chance. They had 2 60-yard runs against the Bills, which, again, is more of a knack against the Bills' defense, but that could have easily been a Bills. I know the Bills were down 21-0 quick, but Bills are the better team from the start of that game to the finish of that game. Wasn't even a doubt in my mind.
My issue is I just can't get out of my head that the teams that won't win the Super Bowl are like the majority of the playoffs right now. And, you know, the teams I think can win the Super Bowl, I've mentioned them plenty of times, but, you know, Bills and Rams. Outside of that, like maybe Eagles, maybe Niners. I do think the Lions, I think the Ravens. So it's just hard for me to get that out of my head. So obviously to win the Super Bowl, you got to make the playoffs. You got to win these games. So to me, you know, maybe that skews my Ravens bet here, but I really think the spot is really bad for New England more than me not being high on their team, which I'm not high on their team, but I just think the spot is not good.
We need Allen to win the Super Bowl, man.
Yeah.
Chiefs are there to knock them out this year. And
Yeah,
we
or the
don't,
Bengals,
and they
or the
don't blame it
Ravens.
on the head coach.
Yeah.
What'd you say, Wyatt?
Said or the Bengals who knocked them out, or the Ravens who they always has trouble with. Like this should be a breeze walk for the Bills to win or at least to make the Super Bowl.
Absolutely.
Tua, just have to bring this up. I know this doesn't portray to anyone watching on the replay, but I think Tua is playing for South Florida right now. Got benched because he was doing fingers on the field.
Oh no!
Quarterback just got concussed bad. So thought it was Tua for a sec. Sorry, thought he found himself a new starting job.
Good for him. San Fran heads to Indianapolis to face the Colts. Colts are 6.5 point home dogs. Over-under set at 46.5. I mean, it's terrible. I couldn't care less about this game. This is a weird one. It's a weird number. Ethan, what do you think? I don't know.
Yeah, I can't give much of an opinion here right now. I mean, obviously I will for the graphic, but I'm going to have to see what happens with money and line movement and just where the market goes here. I don't want anything to do with Phillip Rivers in his second start. He looked not good. I mean, yeah, he almost won that game, but they had that game plan set up very well for him. I think the Niners are going to be able to, get real nice and tight up against these receivers, jam them at the line, bring a blitz up the middle, and I think they're going to stifle Rivers all day. So I guess I'm going to lean San Fran here, but I don't know. San Fran, they're a very weird team this year. I feel like I have not watched them in weeks. They're not being talked about whatsoever because they have a weak schedule and they're in third place in their division. And they have been all season long at 10-4. It's just a very odd team. Like, honestly, maybe go hit them to win the Super Bowl right now. I could definitely see it. Although the NFC is tougher to get through once you make the playoffs. But yeah, this team just keeps winning. They're not playing really, tough opponents, but they keep getting the job done. Again, I kind of have to see what happens here. But for the graphic, give me the Niners. Just not too excited to be playing on Phillip Rivers for a second week.
Yeah, I like the Niners quite a bit here. I was on Indy last week and they almost get the win. But now, I don't think Seattle really knew how to game plan for Phillip. I don't know if they, didn't know what kind of shape he was in. And it is evident he is not in any shape. The only workouts he's gotten in the last 5 years has been making babies with his wife. So, just just not good. And with the defensive minds at San Fran, with the defensive personnel they got there, they're going to find a way to just make Phillip Rivers' life hell. And I think this is a double-digit win by San Fran. Love them on the money line, love them on the spread, love them on an alternate spread. I think San Fran gets it done pretty easily. It is a fishy line, though. At 6.5 is a son of a bitch, I'll tell you that.
Mm-hmm. Well, I wasn't the Colts because I like the points, but two things turned me. One, Ethan started talking all sexy about how the D-backs are going to be getting all high and tight on these dudes. So it got me primed, and then Wyatt brought me home with one of his favorite plays on the slate. So I guess I'm gonna tell you guys, I'm going to take San Fran here at the -6.5. Part of me keeps saying, like, this Colts team isn't going to implode now that Daniel Jones is gone, but, I mean, have they won a game? I don't think they've won a game since they lost to the Chiefs.
They have.
I think they've lost.
They haven't won in a long time.
That's worrisome. That's not just the quarterback stat. That team has some issues. So, yeah, give me the 49ers. They're a little healthier too. Yeah.
Something crazy here. Colts are very likely about to go under their win total of 8.5. And this team was 8-2. Needed one more win, and they're probably not getting it.
Hey, I don't want to toot around the horns, but we also said they weren't good. Granted, we didn't account for Denny Jones going out, but still would have hit the bed if he would have taken it.
Right. And, I mean, they were bad before he went out.
Yeah.
On a scale of, who should we say? Shador to Joey Burrow. If you have that bet and you just need one more win, how are you feeling right now?
Well, I saw a guy that had that bet. He cashed it out. So, and he still made a little profit. So I was like, dude, good on you.
Right.
If it were me, I'd be the biggest Texans fan moving forward. I hope they clinch up their spot and bench everybody in their final game of the year and hope to still win it. But I wouldn't be feeling
Please,
good.
God. Please, God. Oh, that's hilarious. Okay, yeah, that's going to do it for today, guys. We do have a squad ride. I mean, it lost last week, so do we send it to Wyatt then? Because I think the rotation was me, but there's no way now I'm taking it after a 2 or 14 weeks. So I feel like I just automatically get passed out of principle and it goes straight to Wyatt.
Dude, I think you're on the bounce back. I think this is the week we want you.
I don't know.
If it's going to me, I have my free bet of the year for free money, and that is going to be Detroit to cover the 7.
Okay.
If it's my choice. But please feel free, Ben. It is your turn.
No, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that.
I got one for us.
What's that?
Raiders team total under 31.5. Minus 10,000.
Right.
But a winner's a winner. And we're just going to say we're 1-0. And that's what we're going to do.
Just going to putt that one in. You got to just see one go in sometimes.
Were we on the Browns last week?
Cardinals, I believe.
Cardinals.
Yes.
The Dirty Birds.
Hey, this is the best team we've been on all year.
Yeah, no kidding.
By a lot. Yeah, guys, that's going to do it for this episode of Better and Green. Thank you guys for watching. Again, make sure you guys check out bettergreen.com for premium members starting tomorrow. Everybody else starting on Christmas going forward. I have an article coming out. It'll be available to everybody, so depending on whenever you get on, you'll be able to read it. But it's I did an article on the break lines in live betting hockey. And it's pretty interesting. It's got a couple graphs on there about like when to bet a team that's up by 1, up by 2, down by 1, down by 2, and like when's the best time to place those bets before, because it's pretty linear, and the closer you get to the end, it really starts to spike. So it like finds the best times to bet. Really interesting article. I think you guys would like it as well. So make sure you guys do check that out over on bettergreen.com. We have other articles as well. Ethan's been posting all of his premium plays over there. We're very, very excited about the new app. But thank you guys for watching. We'll be back next week. We'll have to talk about that a little bit. We'll probably tweet something out if we have to change anything. But thank you.